Good morning. Almost 1 year ago, we announced a new partnership between the County of San Diego, local philanthropic organizations, and the Regional Task Force on Homelessness to put money behind the practice of homeless diversion. So today, we've invited you back to share an update on how well the program is working and to hear from Zenobia, who received diversion support and will be sharing her own story shortly. But before I get to the numbers, let me quickly remind you what homeless diversion really means. Diversion helps steer people who are at risk or just became homeless away from a shelter or living in their vehicle or on the street. The way it's done is with specialized training and short term financial assistance. And by combining these components, the services and the financial assistance, we are keeping people housed. Tamara Kohler, President and CEO of the Regional Task Force on Homelessness, and Sophia and Craig from Alpha Project are the experts in the specialized training that we've deployed for this program. And Steve Cushman of the Cushman Foundation is going to be talking about the work we've done to mobilize short-term financial assistance. He's here representing his organization and the many other nonprofits that came together to pitch in money to get this program off the ground. Together with the county, we were able to provide RTFH with $1 million to launch this diversion program. A Gates Foundation study of diversion said that this kind of intervention is faster, more effective, and less costly than most typical interventions like an emergency shelter. So, as a data-driven person, I am pleased to report that our experience so far with diversion has proven the Gates Foundation to be right. Our top-line result: 244 San Diegans were kept from becoming chronically homeless thanks to this diversion program. Between January of this year, when the $1 million we raised started being spent, and the end of July, 209 unduplicated households were provided with support and financial assistance. And get this, on average, it costs just $2,863 per household to keep good folks like Zenobia here in her home with her family. So to date, we have used $598,000 of the $1 million donated last year. And the good news is this means there's still money to help people because 100% of this funding goes directly to assisting individuals and families. It is not used for administrative support or staffing costs. This collaborative effort, launched between the county, philanthropy, and the providers, is a shining example of how we've been focused on taking action, innovative actions that can actually deliver results on homelessness, not just talking about it. So, here to share her experience is Zenobia Jennings. Our partners at Alpha Project work with us to get people diversion support, and they told us about Zenobia's story. So I am so honored she was willing to come here today and share her story with you. Please welcome Zenobia.
Hello. Again, my name is Zenobia Jennings. Honestly, I don't know where to start. This organization has been amazing. It's been great. I found myself in a really bad situation for about 60 days that could have put me, my whole family, in a really bad predicament. But I found this organization, and I was scared. I didn't want to put myself out there. I was kind of embarrassed. I was nervous. But that's what held me back. And I just prayed about it. And I just stepped up and I just went out there. And Alpha Projects was there. And when I say I needed help with this, they helped me with this. When I say I needed help with something over here, they helped me with that. When I say they were on top of it, they were on top of it. When I say Craig was there, Sophia was there. When I say they're a team, and it was like 1, 2, 3, everybody was there. So all I want to put out there is please don't be afraid. Please don't be scared. Please don't feel like you're embarrassed, because you don't have to be homeless. I've been working and on my own and in my own place since I was 16. So to have to experience this homeless for like 60 days was scary and nervousing. So I'm so happy and glad to have found the Alpha Projects and Sophia and Craig and everyone that was able to help. And please, you guys, don't be scared. Please. You guys.
Thank you so much, Zenobia, for sharing your own personal story and putting yourself out there. And I'm so happy for you and your family that you were able to get some help at such a difficult time that prevented you from ending up homeless. And it's just so great that you were here to share that story with us today. So, next, I'd like to introduce Tamara Kohler, President and CEO of the Regional Task Force on Homelessness. They are an amazing partner and the facilitator that works with the 21 different service providers, such as Alpha Project, to make sure the diversion services are provided to the communities that need them the most. And they are the facilitator that organizes the funding we pull together so it can get to families. Please welcome Tamara.
And I'm so honored to be here and to be able to hear from Zenobia. It is the work that we do, which is to address homelessness. And diversion is an intervention that is not deeply funded, which is why this was so powerful. Diversion is a conversation that happens at the right time, at the right place. Whether it's their first time homelessness in that first 60 days, right? Really getting to the root of what they need to end their homelessness, or even someone that's been in shelter a little bit longer and has really figured out a plan, but needs to have that conversation with organizations like Alpha Project, talking to Craig and Sophia, building that trust that they do so well, to really say, you know what I need is a little bit of assistance, a little bit of financial, I've got this much put together, I've got this job lined up. That's what diversion is. It's that conversation that is a problem-solving approach, building on the strengths of someone experiencing homelessness and their own plan to end their homelessness with trained professionals like at Alpha Project. Together, they come up with a plan and execute that. And as the supervisor said, a little bit of financial assistance in this space goes a very long way. We know how expensive it is to afford housing in San Diego, so I just wanted you to keep in mind when we look at that dollar amount, that's in this rental market. So when you put it in that context, that money, we are not paying large percentages of housing. Many times it's a first month's rent and a deposit, or not even that. And these folks are able to secure housing. And we've also seen the data that shows that the returns to homelessness are better than some of our other programs that are really well established. And so I want to share my deep appreciation first to the organizations, to the trust they build in the community, to the folks who trust them, and for a community that leans into addressing homelessness. For Steve Cushman and the philanthropic partners who understand that with their support and money, we can do things that we can't do with government alone, and with strong leaders like Supervisor Terra Lawson-Remer to really understand that and to put her heart and soul into really bringing something to the forefront. And so I'm really honored a year after we had the discussions to really report on not only the progress, but real success and concrete approach, and that we still have resources because those funds are only used to cover those costs. Everything else, the training, the staffing is covered through the regional task force. This funding from our foundations and from the county purely to address homelessness, and I'm really honored to be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for all that you've done and everything you've done to get us where we are today. If you take one thing away from today's press conference, it's that diversion is very effective in helping keep people housed. The county, philanthropy, and service providers have collaborated to keep 244 San Diegans from falling into homelessness in just 7 months. This is a great example of focusing on taking action and delivering on results on homelessness by utilizing data-driven, innovative programs, not just talking about it. So if there are any other questions, myself or anyone up here will be happy to answer them. Thank you.